Hello folks, it's been some time that I made a video and folks have been reaching out to me saying that they miss my contributions. So I decided to say hello this evening and talk about something that I've been thinking about for some time. Ladies and gentlemen, most times that I'm awake, I spend a lot of time thinking about my beloved Igbo people. I have very high hopes for these people that I came from. To be very, very sincere with you, my hopes are high because I see great potential in the Igbo people. So much is wrong presently. We missed the road. We missed the right trail. We are where we ought not to be because we slid down to a level we should never ever have slid down to. Nobody deliberately leaves the positive and moves to the negative. But the honest truth is that we did that and we have to be pushed clean. That is why we found ourselves where we are today. But because we have a culture that can make us to be like Japan, that can make us to be like the United States of America, I have high hopes for the Igbo. So, I feel hopeful. And why do I feel hopeful? Because I see great interest in this particular culture that I'm talking about. Because of the disconnection from this culture, a lot of things have to be spelled out for our people. Everybody in the world is talking about democracy today. Fortunately, non-Igbos, Americans, have come out and began to say that the first full democracy evolved or developed in Igbo society, not in Greece. They only said as much as they know. If you study this democracy, that is if you need to study it from books, because if you are an Igbo and you observe how our society is run, you have the full picture. Everybody is entitled to say his piece. No single person in the Igbo society takes decisions for others. No matter how wealthy, of course you cannot even be powerful in that society. Everybody takes decisions for the entire society. So what is democracy? And we developed this before the British came to our shores. So, if you have a culture of this sort, what can you not do? I just talked about what we produced in terms of democracy. How about food? I had this friend when I was living in Abuja. This guy has a master's in religious studies. Yeah, he has a master's in religious studies from the University of Nigeria and Soka. We were having this discussion one day, and Patrick said, Remy, that is what investigating why an ethnic group would prefer bitter foods. By the way, for the non-Igbos who will listen to this video, more than 40% of the Igbos of Igbo foods have a bitter, slightly bitter taste. So they knew something that modern man is yet to know. This is just about two issues. How about producing the world's largest business incubator platform? Believe you me, if Igbos practice 1/10 of what they should know, the entire world would send delegations to come to the Igbos to learn how this world will be put right. This brings me to why what motivated me to make this video, the primary thing that motivated me to make this video. Igbos are suffering because to whom much is given, much is expected. When I look at little peoples that ended up having states, having countries of their own, and the Igbos lack these things today. If you've not been thinking about why things turned out the way they did have, Igbos were not able to use a golden opportunity they had. That's why Igbos had to pass through the fire. We have a culture that would have made the entire world, or that could make the entire world, to come after us for good, to learn how to live right from us. But what did we do? We went after not even mundane things, but horribly bad things. I have nothing against societies that are the level of operating under kings is their way of life. But Igbos never lived under kings. How can your ancestor raise you to the top of the mountain and you prefer to crawl at the summit, at the very bottom? You have to pay a price. And the price is what we are paying. But if we become a smart people, the yoke will be lifted from our necks. If we are ready to be where we are supposed to be. Just before I left my reading table, I made a post. We were among those Hebrews that were building pyramids for the Pharaoh and his henchmen. We didn't learn from this experience. In the 21st and the 20th centuries, Igbos converted themselves to a people who are also building pyramids for other nations. Igbo talents, Igbo money, willy-nilly wasted away. Meanwhile, Igbo land that Igbos could turn into the Rome, into the United States, into Japan of the 21st century, nothing is happening there. So let us think about these things and make our way straight, put our way right, so that the yoke on our neck will be lifted. Thank you.